Hello my Dotty family and welcome back to my channel. I'm Zelda from the Fairy Realm and today we are going to get dotting on our coaster. If you are just joining my channel or if you are completely brand new to dotting, please go and have a look at my fundamentals folder first, and that will help you to get started and also help you to follow my videos. Okay, so the first one we're going to do, the center dot, I'm going to use my 9mm tool and color number 1. So as you know, the center dot is the most important dot of your design, because if that's skew, then a lot of the other things are also going to be skew. So get that as center as you possibly can. Then I'm going to move down to my 8mm tool, and still sticking to color number 1, I'm going to take the lines that goes to the corner of the coaster, and that's the one I'm going to dot on. So try and get it quite close to your center one, and then as you can see, it basically falls in between those two lines there. So we want to do that all the way around. Then I'm moving down in size again, so I'm going to my 7mm tool, and we are going to continue on this straight line here. As we do with all of the designs, keep an eye on where exactly they are falling in relation to your circles, and that will make sure that your design is expanding equally on all sides. And you guessed it, we are going down to the 6mm tool next. Like so. So this is a friend of mine who gave me this coaster, and she was like, I bought a couple of coasters and I am giving them to all of my friends, all of my artistic friends. And I'm not saying anything. I just want you to do your thing and then just give it back to me. So she's making a set of different coasters from all of her friends, which I think is a pretty cool idea. Candace, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Then we're going down to our 4mm tool. And then the 3mm tool. So in relation to my circle, this is ending just below that circle line there. So that's exactly where I'm keeping it all the way around. I'm going to go down to my green tool, the big ball side, and I'm going to walk the dog. So I'm going to walk it 1, just going to add a bit more paint to make that dot slightly larger, 2, 3, and then I'm going to stop. I'm just going to walk the dog 3 times in there. Okay, not big enough. So I'm just double dotting to get those dots slightly bigger. Then I'm going to switch over to the all ball side on the other side of the tool. And then I'm going to continue walking the dog 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So as you can see, it's not reaching the corner of the coaster. So what I'm going to do is use the big ball side again. And from there, I'm just going to put my tool down and drag it out. Put it down, drag it out. Just to give us a little bit of a swoosh on the end. Just to finish that off nicely. Then I'm going to use my 4mm and color number 4, which is my metallic blue, and I'm going to make a dot on that straight line there, and I'm going to do opposites. More paint paint on this one. There we go. And then the same thing with color number 7, which is my amethyst, my metallic purple. And I'm going to do opposites like that. Then I'm going to stick to those colors and just use my 5mm tool. And then again on the straight line just above those, I'm going to make these. Then with your blue tool, the big ball side, and color number 2, which is my clear blue, I'm going to walk the dog. I'm going to start on the straight line here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down that side. Redip my tool, go on here again, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the same on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Redip on the same dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the purple side. And that will be color number 4, which is my lavender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you are building petals, right, the thing to remember is that a flower always grows around the center. So they must always curve around the center. Don't go out, don't go down, because then it's going to look more like a square. They need to hug the center circle. So I quickly wanted to show you guys, I want to use mid blue next. And as you can see, the paint is a little bit stiff. So I've got some flow medium that I'm just going to add in there. Like that. And then just mix it up. And then I'm just going to add a tiny bit more paint because it did make it slightly lighter, which is not really a problem. But me being as OCD as I am, yes. Okay, so that's how you adjust your paint, is with a little bit of flow medium. Okay, now moving up to my green tool, the big ball side. And with my mid blue, which is color number 3, I'm going to do exact same thing that I did over there. So dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even 7 times. You can walk the dog there. Again on the same spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing on the other side. And then same tool, color number 6, which is my violet. I'm going to do the purple side. Now, because we are running out of space and we can no longer get to the center down there, our petals are now going to end round about there. Okay, so going back to color number 4 again, which is the lavender, and I'm sticking to my green tool, the big ball side. Because we have less space, I can still stick to this tool. I don't need to move up to the next size 1 just yet. 2, 3, 6, I can even do 7 like so. Then I'm going back to color number 2 for the blue side. So if you can only fit 6 dots, then you only do 6. I can fit 7, so that's why I'm doing 7. Just depends on your spacing you have available. And also depending on your style, your petal might be a lot rounder than mine, or it might be even a bit more pointier than mine. So we each have our different style and how our designs come out. Going back to color number 3 and moving on to my 3mm tool. I'm going to do 1 dot on each side. And the same for the purple. So color number 6. And then I'm going to walk the dog on both sides for them again. Five, 6, 7. I can still get 7 in there. So now I'm aiming for the area between those 2 dots, so where they join. And then I'm going to do the same for the mid blue, which is color number 3. So here my dot was a bit small, and that's why I just re-dipped it before I carried on. Okay, like that. Then I'm just quickly grabbing my chalk pencil and I'm just making an extra circle line here, which I'm going to dot on next. So it's just above the previous circle line. Yours might be different. Adjust according to your design. This one has more spacing than the rest, which means I might have to dot on the outside of that circle and on the circle here. Okay, so it's just a little bit of an adjustment to see where they will all fit in. Then I'm going to use the pointy end or the small ball side of my yellow tool. And then I'm going to go back to color number 4, which is my metallic. And I'm going to dot a circle. So I'm going to start with the widest one so I can take that as an indicator of where my other ones should go. So these really are tiny, tiny, tiny dots. And just place them quite close to each other. And what you're going to do is I'm going to put this in super glue mode. So this side you're going to use your metallic purple, back to metallic blue on this side, and then back to purple on that side. So I'm first going to do the blue side and then I'm going to add the purple sides. So here we go, super glue mode. Then with my 3mm tool, I'm going to invert the colors on the outside of the circle. So here I'm going with blue and here I'm going with purple. So in color number 4, my metallic blue, on each and every straight line. Ugh, the paint is not looking great. I'll just add some fresh paint. That usually solves the problem. So I'm going to make a dot, a 3mm dot on each straight line. Okay. I'm going to do that on both sides. And then with the amethyst, again one on each straight line. And then with the big ball side of my white ball tool, in color number 1, I'm going to make a dot on the straight line and then walk the dog around. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 dots in total. Again at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do this with all of the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So purple and blue, all of them around. Super cool mode! I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I will see you guys in the next part. Stay dotty, stay magical, keep well. Bye-bye.
Every single day.